Welcome to All Things Mama. I'm Nadine Bubeck, and this is my son and co-host Nicholas, and he's being occupied by his rattle. And I have to admit, being a new mom, every time I see something red or blotchy on his skin or body, yeah, I kind of freak out. So I thought I'd bring in Dr. Nancy Kim from Spectrum Dermatology. She is here to talk about the 10 most common infant skin issues, because there are plenty.
Oh yes, I'm a new mom myself. I have twin girls who are 1 year old. And between the two of them, they've definitely had pretty much everything on that top 10 list. So, you know, I'm an expert both as a dermatologist and
as mom
too.
As mom. Okay, so let's get started. The first one is infant acne, which is very common.
It's about 20% of all newborns get a very transient form of acne that occurs on the nose bridge and the cheeks. It's small little pink papules. It's about a week after birth. Do not worry if you see these little papules. Don't pop them. Don't do anything.
So do not pop the pimples. The next one, cradle cap, happens on the head. Is it dandruff?
It is a form of dandruff. It's an infantile form, and so it lasts for about 3 months. If you have cradle cap, the key is very mild shampoos, and so you just gently wash their scalp maybe 2 times a week, and in between you use a little brush, like a baby brush,
okay, with the bristles,
and you just carefully sort of brush those little scales away.
So the next one is something that Nicholas, he gets underneath his neck, and it becomes all rashy, and it has a name, intertrigo. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, basically. So the best thing, number 1, is to clean gently with water and some little gentle washcloths.
Okay.
Number 2 is to use some sort of barrier. So that would be like a zinc oxide.
Or Aquaphor?
Aquaphor.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna put you on hold because
Okay.
can I pick you up? Okay, so we're gonna relocate Nicholas. You just want to be a part of this topic that's all about you. Okay, so prickly heat.
Prickly heat is a rash that's caused by overheating of the baby, and it's sometimes over swaddling. And babies and humans have little sweat glands, and if you don't allow them to breathe, they can get clogged up. So you can get lots of little tiny pink papules, usually on the trunk where they're being swaddled. This goes away very quickly if you just put them in loose cotton clothing and kind of have some circulating air.
Okay, eczema.
Oh,
we
gosh.
get it as adults,
Yeah.
but they get it as babies.
Oh gosh, probably like 20% of all people, humans get
eczema.
And then after you bathe them, you want to pat them dry and then immediately put the moisturizer on top.
So babies obviously have ultra-sensitive skin. Are they more prone to getting dry skin?
You know, I think babies and very elderly people kind of have a similar problem where they lose a lot of fluid through their skin. So definitely they are prone to dryness, and that's why we have to reduce the frequency of bathing, and we have to use a lot of moisturizer.
And speaking of moisturizer, let's transition to sunscreen, because babies can get sunburnt. I mean, they've never seen the light of day.
I know, they're so fair. My babies were so fair when they were born. Sunscreen, when they're very young, you want to stick with a pure zinc or titanium-based sunscreen. That's what's called a physical sunscreen. You don't want to use anything that contains avobenzone or oxybenzone or any of the chemical sunscreens.
Okay. And of course, a little sun hat always helps.
Definitely. Clothing, shade, keeping them under a stroller, you know, with like the shade drawn. That's important.
Okay, so the next one we're talking about is diaper rash, and we had a horrendous experience. He'll kill me for talking about this when he's older, but when he was like 4 weeks old, a month old, and I'm still affected by this diaper rash. We were airing out his butt. It was just terrible.
Oh, no.
So what are parents to do when baby starts forming diaper rash, which is common?
It's so common. It's tough. Number 1, I think obviously we have to change their diapers frequently. Right. And you know, when I have twins, so I have twice as much diaper changing. Yeah. I mean, it's just like nonstop.
Better you than me.
Yeah. So we have to make sure that the area is clean, because you know, when they're in their diaper for a long time, the urine and the stool will build up.
Right.
And there's chemicals in the diaper that break those things down into ammonia, which is very irritating for the skin.
We had to switch diaper brands because some diapers are made differently. And we also learned sometimes avoiding wipes and just washing him out with water.
Okay, so water and paper towels.
Really?
Essentially get a Ziploc bag, every day change it, get some paper towels, moisten them with water, And if your baby is very sensitive, that's what you should do.
Easy.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay, the next one is strawberry hemangioma, which is what?
Well, it's a little birthmark that doesn't appear right at birth. Usually it's about a month afterwards. You start seeing a little pink dot and then it grows.
And it looks like a strawberry.
It looks like a strawberry.
Right.
So I had one baby who had one on her scalp, and it started around month 1, and then they grow until about month 6.
And then what? Does it go away?
Then they start to go away.
Okay.
So most of the time they're totally fine. They go away completely, but you have to be worried if they're on the face.
Okay, the next one is a stork bite, and Nicholas had one above his lip, and it is going away.
Yes.
Our pediatrician said it would go away within the first 6 months to a year.
Right.
What is a stork bite?
It's basically a dilation of the capillaries, and probably up to 50% of all babies have them, and
Somewhere.
usually it's midline.
Okay, so you were right on track.
Or on the back of the head, and that's, I think here it's called stork bite. Here I think they're called angel kisses.
Right.
And usually
He
they
has that
go
too.
away within about a year, so you don't really do anything about it.
Nothing you can do will make it go away. Okay, so you covered 10 infant skin issues. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hopefully we're never getting any of them ever again, Nicholas. No more diaper rash. Please don't give me your cell phone number because I will harass you with phone calls every time I see something pop up. But of course, you could visit spectrumdermatology.com to get more information. We'll see you next time on All Things Mama.